Hey guys, it's Katy at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and it is time for another creative design team video collab. And for the month of August, we are showing you how to stamp on layouts. Now, I'm the very last of this collab, but I will leave links down to all the other videos in the description below. So I have a strip of photos of my cute little dog, as well as this Stampin' Thin Cuts called I Wolf You, and then an older paper packet. So I'm going to start by cutting a diagonal. Now I have to do this with scissors because the diagonal of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper is a lot larger than my paper trimmer. So I have done the technique before of using the carrier sheet to random stamp, but I just wanted to show you guys again how quick and easy, and even though this video is sped up, this video or this layout just came together really easy, and it's all because of the random stamping I do with the images still in the carrier sheet. So you can see there, I just inked it up with black ink, and then I'm going to stamp it down. And much like random stamping, I want to offset the next set of images just a little. So I'm going to finish that off camera, and then we are going to fill in some of the smaller spaces with one of the images from the I Wolf You. And this is the little bone. And again, I'm just using black right now, but at the end of the video, I will fill in with some other little smaller images and some coordinating colors. So this little image is actually the wag of his tail. It's hard to tell on the stamp set itself what it is, but it does just add that extra little something to these stamped images. So now that I've got that all done, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this large triangular piece. Now this is one of my favorite layout, I guess, ideas or layouts of layouts to do, is a big, huge diagonal piece, and then either random stamping on the white or some sort of watercolor. I have pulled out a zip strip to kind of just make that seam between the pattern paper and the random stamping just kind of, I guess, go together a little bit more than just a stark line. I did consider stitching, but I decided not to. Now, later on, I will faux stitch with some stamps, which is another favorite thing of mine to do on layouts. So I've trimmed that off, and then I do have some pattern paper and some cardstock that this strip of photos will go on, as well as the good thing about that stamp I used for the random stamping. It also has a coordinating thin cut. So I did go ahead and stamp and thin cut 3 of those little puppies and then colored them with my tri-bone marker and then added some white gel pen accents along the edges of their ears and tails and bodies. Now I added some candy apple hearts, and then you see here, this stamp set is the Besties Olivia, and it has a paw print. So I'm going to pull out my toffee ink and then again add some little paw prints here and there in the spaces from that larger random stamp that I did on the carrier sheet. And again, you can see how versatile it is. The majority of that random stamping, because it was done with those images on the carrier sheet, didn't take any time at all, but then you can personalize it with smaller images. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut little Miss Olivia using my die cut machine from Close to My Heart. Now, anytime I am die cutting, I might as well go ahead and cut as many images as I can. So I just doubled up on some white daisy cardstock. These are 2 pieces that I had laying around. I stacked them on top of each other, and then I just ran Olivia through twice. So now I have 4 images of her. Even though I might only use one of the images, I have cut twice, and now I have 4. Here is where I said that I would do some faux stitching. Again, something that you probably see on my layout a lot. I rarely go all the way around, but I just felt that this layout needed it. Now this is just a straight line stitch, and it is from the Hug Your Neighbor stamp set and thin cut. And I am just using black ink, and I'm going all around the edge. And you can see here, I am just inking that up and then trying to keep it as straight as possible. But if you've ever stitched on paper, or at least I do, I never can stitch straight anyway. So if you mess up, do not worry. And then I am going to add some little X stitches. Now from this same stamp set, there was a row of X stitching that was 7 X's wide. or long. And so I cut it into a 4-piece strip and a 3-piece strip. And that's going to help me because I really don't think I'll ever use all 7. So I just cut my stamp apart, and then here is where I'm going to add some additional coloring. Now you've seen me do this before. I am actually inking up the back side of that image that says best friend, and I'm using lemonade ink, and it just creates kind of like a highlight. You could also use your shimmer brush for this. And then for my title, I am using a brand new product. It will be released September 1st. And these are our black acrylic alphabet. Now, I prefer to adhere them to my project using our micro glue dots. And like you saw there, I just put the acrylic shape down onto that glue dot, lift the glue dot up, and then put it on my project. And then you can see where the 2 O's in the title groomed. I did use that same paw print from the Besties Olivia stamp set, just to kind of bring those paw prints up to the top of my layout as well. Now I have decided not to use Miss Olivia. I used her to kind of hide my face. I wasn't smiling in that photo, but in the end, that random stamped piece was just a little bit too busy for her. Here's some close-ups of those adorable little puppies, as well as that title. I hope that you were inspired to stamp on your next layout. And down below, I will leave links to all the creative design team members and their layouts for stamping on layouts. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you liked what you saw, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.